श्री श्रीमद् डिवाइन केसरी ऐसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामा कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरापुरी धाम की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय। श्याम वेद भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरि हरि।
All glories to assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading Canto 1, Chapter 12, and text number is 10 and 11. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यास ततो जायमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टुकी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 So I will recite text number 10 3 times and then you can recite after that. Ashtrateja swagadaya niharam iva gopatihi vidamantam samni nikarshe paryekshata iti aso. Ashtrateja swagadaya niharam iva gopatihi vidamantam samni nikarshe paryekshata iti aso. Ashtrateja swagadaya niharam iva gopatihi vidamantam samni nikarshe paryekshata iti aso. Please recite.
Hare Krishna. Asta teja swagadaya niharamiva gopatihi vidhumantam sankarshe itayaso. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Astra teja swagadaya niharam iva gopatihi vidhamantam sannikarshe paryekshata ityaso. Hare Krishna.
अस्त्र तेजस्वगतया निहारमिव गोपति विधावन्तं सन्निकर्षे पर्यक्षित क इत्यसु.
हरे कृष्ण. अस्त्र तेजः स्वागतया निहारम् इव गोपतिः विद्मन्तं सन्निकर्षे पर्यक्षत इत्यासो.
अस्त्र तेजस्वगदाया निहारम् इव गोपति विधमन्तं सन्निकर्षे पर्यक्षत क इत्यसौ.
अस्त्र तेजस्वगदया निहारम् इव गोपति विधामन्तं सन्निकर्षे पर्यैक्षता का इति असौ.
Anyone else would like to say? All right, so I will say now. Astra teja swagadaya niharam iva gopati vidhamantam sannikarshe parikshita katyasau. Synonyms: Astra teja, radiation of the Brahmastra. Sugadaya, by means of his own club. Niharam, drops of dew. Eva, like. Gopati, the sun. Vidhamantam, the act of vanishing. Sannikarshe, nearby. Pariyekshataha, observing. Ka, who. Iti asahu, this body. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The Lord was thus engaged in vanquishing the radiation of the Brahmastra, just as the sun evaporates a drop of dew. He was observed by the child who thought about who he was. The next verse, 12, verse number 12. Vidya vidhuya tad amayatma bhagavan dharma gub vibhu vishito dashamasasya tatrevantar dadhe hari. Synonyms: Vidhuya, having completely washed off. Tat, that. Amayatma, the all-pervading supersoul. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Dharma Gup, the protector of righteousness. Vibhu, the supreme. Mishtaha, while observing. Dash Mashashya, of one who is dressed by all directions. Tatra eva, then and there. Antaha, out of sight. Dadhe, became. Harihi, the Lord. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: while thus being observed by the child, the Supreme Lord, personality of Godhead, the super soul of everyone and the protector of the righteous, who stretches in all directions and who is unlimited by time and space, disappeared at once. Purport: Child Parikshit was not observing a living being who is limited by time and space. There is a gulf of difference between the Lord and the individual living being. The Lord is mentioned herein as the supreme living being, unlimited by time and space. Every living being is limited by time and space. Even though a living being is qualitatively one with the Lord, quantitatively there is a great difference between supreme soul and the common individual soul. In the Bhagavad Gita, both the living beings and the supreme being are said to be all-pervading. Yena sarvam idam tatam. Yet there is a difference between two kinds of the all-pervasiveness. A common living being or soul can be all-pervading within his own limited body. But the supreme living being is all-pervading in all space and all time. A common living being cannot extend its influence over another common living being by its all-pervasiveness. But the supreme super soul, the personality of Godhead, is unlimitedly able to exert his influence over all places and all times and over all living beings. And because he is all-pervasive, unlimited by time and space, he can appear even within the womb of the mother of child Parikshit. He is mentioned herein as a protector of the righteous. Anyone who is a surrendered soul unto the Supreme is righteous. And he is specifically protected by the Lord in all circumstances. The Lord is the indirect protector of the unrighteous also, for he rectifies their sins through his external potency. The Lord is mentioned herein as one who is dressed in the 10 directions. This means dressed with garments of 10 sides up and down. He is present everywhere and can appear and disappear at his own will from everywhere and anywhere. His disappearance from the sight of the child Parikshit does not mean that he appeared on the spot from any other place. He was present there, and even after his disappearance, he was there, although invisible to the eyes of the child. This material covering of the effulgent firmament is also something like a womb of the Mother Nature, and we are all put into the womb by the Lord, the Father of all living beings. He is present everywhere, even in this material womb of Mother Durga, and those who are deserving can see the Lord. Om Ajnanatimirasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruhi Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padikamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sayagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Nimitam Sacha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Parishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatare Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gurattoshinama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhakta Vataram Bhaktakam Namam Bhakta Shaktikam Panchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhuve Vacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopekant Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivind Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Yam Pravajantam Manupetam Apeta Krityam Dvepayano Virkatar Ajuha Putreti Tanmayataya Tarvo Benedustam Sarva Bhuthırdayam Munim Anatvasmi Yasvanubhavam Akil Shruti Saramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atitrishtam Tamandam Samsaranam Karunaya Puranugayam Tam Vyasunamupiyami Guru Muninam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Nottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirit Pranamatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shamana Kirtana Hardanta Subhadrani Vidhanoti Swasam Nashtapraya Shabadrishu Nityam Bhagava Sevya Bhagavati Uttama Shloki Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki. Hare Krishna. So again I'll read the verse. Astra Teja Swagadaya Niharam Eva Gopati Vidhamantam Sannikarshe Parikshitaha Ka Ityasahu. The Lord was thus engaged in vanquishing the radiations of Brahmastra, just as the sun evaporates a drop of dew. He was observed by the child who thought about who he was. So this is the pastime when in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 8th chapter, there's a prayers by Queen Kunti. So during that time also, this pastime was discussed. Now here, Maharaj Parikshit, King Parikshit, was whose mother was Uttara, wife of Abhimanyu, because Abhimanyu died in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So and at that time, Uttara was pregnant and Parikshit Maharaj was in the womb. Ashwathama, because of the enviness with the Pandavas, he threw the Brahmastra to kill all the 5 Pandavas and Parikshit Maharaj in the womb. He want to destroy the whole dynasty of Pandavas. So he threw the Brahmastra. So when Krishna was there on the chariot, he saw that the Brahmastra is coming and towards the 5 Pandavas. So he destroyed the Brahmastra which are coming towards Pandavas by his Sudarshan Chakra. And Mother Kunti was watching it, and at the time, Uttara was actually begging to Krishna. She came running from the palace and she was asking to protect, for the protection of her child who was in the womb, because the Brahmastra was coming towards Uttara's womb, targeting the Parishit Maharaj. So at that time, by seeing that Uttara is basically surrendered to Lord Krishna, so at that time Lord Krishna entered into the womb of Uttara. And here it says, Swagadaya. If you see in this word, like here, Astra Teja Swagadaya. So the radiation of Brahmastra is like one of the Astra. Like there are, like we have Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indradev, Varun, Yamraj. All these are called Lokpalas. Lokpala means they are the maintainer or protector of this universe. These are different Lokpalas there, and every Lokpal have a special weapon, which is like a very powerful weapon, and there is no contract for those weapons. And this weapon, which Ashwathama throwed on Parikshit Maharaj, is called Brahmastra, and it is like Srila Prabhupada mentioned that Brahmastra is more powerful than what we see the nuclear weapons nowadays. It is way more powerful than the nuclear weapons. It is micro and macro at the both level. It can work. It can target a small thing hidden anywhere, and it can target the whole universe also. So this Astra Teja, the radiation was coming, Brahmastra, and Lord Krishna, he entered into the womb of Uttara, and he was circling around Parishit Maharaj with his club, with his Kaumudki, like the Lord's club name is Kaumudki, and he took this club, Gada, and then with that he was basically circling around Parishit Maharaj, and he was diffusing the radiations of Brahmastra. It's continuously. Lord was so busy. Like generally what we see, when somebody is very busy in the work, like a small child, when you see that when they are playing with their toys, they are so busy, so intensely busy with their playing. The Lord was so intensely busy protecting Parikshit Maharaj that he was circling around continuously and diffusing the radiations, continuous radiation that is coming from Brahmastra. Because Brahmastra was not an ordinary weapon. It was counteracting, Lord counteracting. And here, Suta Goswami is giving a very nice analogy. He's saying that Niharam Iva Gopati. Here, Gopati is Lord Suryadev. So in the morning time, like here we don't see that much morning dew, but in Vrindavan or in somewhere you see like in the morning time, especially in the winter, there is a lot of fog, morning dew. So in the morning you don't see the whole area is thick fog, like especially in Govardhan area, and if you see like in the morning it's very thick, especially in the time of winter. So but the solution for that is as soon as sun rises and the sun came in the horizon, above the horizon, by the sharp rays of the sun, the whole nihar, whatever like this dew is disappeared. The same example is given by Sukdev Goswami in 6th canto also. So we in glorification of bhakti. So as soon as bhakti comes up, all this all these sins and everything got removed. Here, this analogy Suta Goswami is giving, that as sun evaporates, even a single drop of dew, everything. Similarly, Lord with his Gada, with Kaumudiki Gada, diffuse the whole radiations coming from the Brahmastra. And he was observed by child. See, Parishit Maharaj, he could see there is a personality who is actually came here to protect me, but he could not recognize who he was. Parishit Maharaj was very constantly watching who is this personality with one in one hand there's a Gada, in one hand there is a Sudarshan Chakra, and he's continuously diffusing this Brahmastra. So he was observing. He was observing by the child, but Parikshit Maharaj could not recognize him. So in Srimad Bhagavatam it's mentioned that because Parikshit Maharaj could saw Krishna at that time, Sakshat Krishna, he saw Krishna, Supreme Personality God, in the womb of his mother. This is such a good fortune that Parikshit Maharaj, he could see Krishna while he was in the womb. He did not call for Krishna, his mother called. He did not call, but Krishna gave him darshan, Sakshat darshan, which is to his eyes. He could see that. So such a good fortune for Parikshit Maharaj. He was such a pure devotee that he could see Krishna in the womb of his mother. So at that time he was observed by the child. Then in the next verse, here Sutta Goswami is saying, while thus being observed by the child, the Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead, Super Soul of everyone, the Protector of righteous, who stretches in all direction, who is unlimited by time and space, disappeared as once. So Krishna entered into the womb, he diffused the whole Brahmastra, and Parikshit Maharaj got relieved. But at that time, while Parikshit Maharaj was constantly watching Krishna, he suddenly disappeared from there. Now, on this part, Srila Prabhupada gives wonderful purport, so we'll discuss that. So how Krishna disappeared? So generally, we see, for all of us, like a living entity, we cannot disappear from certain places. It's like we are not magician, right? Suddenly we get disappeared, or we are not yogis, like we can disappear. So here, Sutta Goswami give very wonderful points to basically glorify Krishna. So he's saying that the Supreme Personality Godhead, Super Soul of everyone, the Protector of righteous, Dharma Gup. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To protect the devotees, to annihilate the miscreants, to reestablish the principle of religion, I appeared millennium after millennium. Krishna protects people who are Krishna protects all his devotees. So devotees don't need to worry about, because Krishna is there to protect him. So here he says, protector of the righteous, who stretches in all direction. Here Krishna's opulence is mentioned. Somebody might say that, well, Krishna can protect when Krishna was present there in Dwapar Yuga. Can Krishna protect me in the Kali Yuga? So that is the question that Prabhupada answered. Because we always have doubt. Hey, I am a devotee. Okay, Arjuna was there. Krishna was there to protect him. What about me? Can Krishna protect me? I'm chanting 16 rounds every day. So many problems are coming. So many troubles are there. So much suffering is going on. Is Krishna there? Is Krishna there? Protect me. Is Krishna listening? Is he watching me? So that question answered by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. We'll discuss that, So here he says that child Parikshit was not observing a living being who is limited by time and space. This one line itself will give a lot of philosophy. So here, Srila Prabhupada says, by this one statement, we can discuss for a long time. By Krishna, he was not watching a person like you and me, or somebody like ordinary living entity. There are 8,400,000 species of life. You can see them. They are all limited by time and space. But Krishna is beyond that. Krishna is not one of them. Krishna is not one of 8,400,000 species of life. Krishna is not. Krishna is beyond. The whole world come into that. This 8,400,000 species of life, every word, the whole world come into that. But Krishna is beyond that. So here, Srila says, Parikshit was not observing a living being which is limited by time and space. There are two factors. One is time. Time means past, present, and future. Krishna is beyond past, present, and future. He's transcendental. Any time in the past, any time in the present, any time in the future, Krishna is present all the time. And Krishna is present beyond time also. Because Krishna is time. Krishna is the controller of time. Krishna says, like in Bhagavad Gita, Kalo Asmi. Time I am. When Arjuna asked, when Arjuna saw Krishna, because Arjuna want to see Krishna, that how Krishna manifests in this world. In the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains opulences. And Arjuna says, Krishna, I want to see that opulence. Can you show me? Then Krishna showed Virat Rupa. Like Krishna showed the form, universal form, and told Arjuna, you see whatever you want to see in my body. Whatever you want to see in my body. And Arjuna saw that everything. He saw past, present, and future. Every living entity he saw in this body of Krishna. The whole universe he saw. And then he got afraid. What? Who are you? I thought you are my friend, but it doesn't look like you're my friend. You are something beyond that. Who are you? Because Krishna shows everything beyond time and space. He saw everything, whatever there in the universe. And still it was not finished. Then he asked Krishna, who are you? Krishna says, time I am. I'm the time. So Krishna is not limited by time, rather Krishna is time. And space also. Like space, like within this universe. A person can, like this universe is limited. There is some space, but Krishna is unlimited. Even this whole space is created by Krishna. From Mahavishnu, all these 16 elements comes out. In that, this first Bhumi Rapo Anulovayu Khammana Buddhirevacha Ahankariti me Binna Prakrati Ashtadha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that earth, fire, ether, space, and water, these are my separate energies. So this ether or this space is nothing but Krishna's one of the energies. So when Krishna is creator of these things, how can be Krishna controlled by this? See, if you create something and you like, how can you be controlled by that particular thing? Because here Krishna is the creator of time, Krishna is the creator of the space, and Krishna is beyond time and space. So that's what Prabhupada said here. He's not observing a living being. Krishna is a living being. One point is also there. What Prabhupada said, Krishna is also a living being, but not like you and me. Krishna, Srila Prabhupada is going to explain later that what is the difference between us and between Krishna. So there is a gulf of difference between Lord and individual living being. Gulf of difference. So there's a broadly discussed later by Srila Prabhupada. The Lord is mentioned here is a supreme living being. This word Srila Prabhupada entered here, put it here, the supreme living being. Like we are also living being. Krishna is also living being. We have a personality. Krishna also a personality. What is the difference? We are Atma. Krishna is Paramatma. Krishna supreme. Param means supreme. Krishna supreme living being. Unlimited by time and space. So we have limitation, but Krishna have no limitation. Unlimited by time means all three times, past, present, future, and everywhere within this universe, in the material world anywhere, within the spiritual world everywhere. So this is unlimited by time and space. Every living being is limited by time and space, like common living entity. Even though a living being is qualitatively one with the Lord. So this is what Srila Prabhupada mentioned, that our philosophy, Achintya Bheda Veda Tattva, that we are qualitatively one with the Lord to certain extent, to certain limitation, like a certain limited quality, we match with the Lord, right? Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says about living entity, Na jayate mrate vakadachin nayam bhuttu bhavitavana bhuya ajo nitya shashvato purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. So Krishna says that as Krishna is unborn, we are also unborn, aja. We are nitya, Krishna is nitya. Krishna is shashvat, we are shashvat. Krishna is purana, we are also purana. So qualitatively on certain things, and then there is other qualities also, that we are, to some extent, we are one with the Lord. Srila always give example of like an ocean. If you take a water of the ocean and you take one drop out of that ocean water, and you can check the properties between the water in the ocean and in the drop of the water, which we take from the ocean, they are equal. They are mostly like equal. But quantitatively, there is a great difference. A ocean water can do a lot of things. A drop of water cannot do anything. Then another example, Shulbhat give like fire and a spark. Krishna is like a big fire. We are like a spark coming out from the fire. So there is a great difference between Supreme Soul and common individual. In Bhagavad Gita, both Supreme Being and living beings are said to be all pervading. Yena sarvam idam tatam. Yet there is a difference of two kinds between all pervasiveness. Now here Srila Prabhupada explains like what is the difference between living entity and Supreme Being. So as a common living entity, a common living being or soul can be all pervading within his own body. In 13th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, nature consciousness, and like we are in this chapter, Krishna, like Arjuna asked the question, like, what is the field? Who is basically like the knower of the field? So in that, Krishna mentioned that this body is the field, right? So in that, like here Srila Prabhupada mentioned, the common living being, a soul, can be all pervading within his own limited body. We can know about our own body, what is happening in our body to certain extent, not even completely actually. We don't know how the food digests. We don't know how the air is flowing. We don't know how much blood we have, how many like bones we have. Like, certain things we know, but not all the things, right? We know somebody's pinching us. We are thirsty, hungry. Certain things we know, right? So we at least we have a range to certain things in our body. But I do not know, or we do not know beyond our body what is happening to certain other living entity, what is happening in their body or something like that, right? But Krishna, but the supreme living being is all pervading in all time and space. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Vedaham samatitani vartamani cha Arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kashchana. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that this Veda aham samatitani. Veda means I know everything what has happened in the past. Vartamani cha Arjuna, what is happening in present. Bhavishyani cha bhutani, what is going to happen in the future for all living entities. Mam tu vedana kashchana. But nobody knows Krishna. So Krishna is very clear saying, in the past, in the present, in the future. So means all time, all three times, and for all living entity, bhutani, all living entity. I know everything what is happening with them, what they are doing, what they have done, like that. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna told to Arjuna, we have taken many, many births. You have taken many, many births. I know all those births, but you do not know. So that also, like Krishna is saying that, like giving evidence that Krishna knows everything. So here, Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna is beyond all time and all space. A common living being cannot extend its influence over another common living being by all pervasiveness. Because we are limited. We are bound by time and space. We are bound by time and space. We are only have knowledge within our body, and we have knowledge only when we are here. Once we leave this body, we do not know who were we before this body, where we were. As soon as a child or a person, a living entity takes this body, we forget our previous bodies. And when we're going to give up this body, we're going to take another body, we'll forget this body also. So from time perspective also, we do not know. We only know what is happening in the current. And even in the present life, we have some memories about past to certain extent, but we do not know everything. We have certain memory, right? And in the future, we have no idea. So only thing is what's happening in present also, we just observing them, kind of like that. So we are not like, or we are all pervasive, but not everything, right? But the supreme soul, super soul, the personality of Godhead is unlimitedly able to exert his influence over all places and all times over all living beings. So this is what we discuss now. And because he is all pervasive, unlimited by time and space, he can appear even within the womb of the mother of child Parikshit. Because Krishna is everywhere. Now, Krishna is everywhere, and Krishna can appear anywhere and everywhere. And Krishna can disappear anywhere and everywhere. Like we see when Hiranyakashipu challenged Parikshit Prahlad Maharaj. Is your Lord in this pillar? At that time, because he challenged, the atheists, they generally challenge people like, can you show me God? Can you show me God? So he was the greatest atheist. So he challenged Parikshit, Prahlad Maharaj. Is Vishnu there in this pillar? Do you see he's here? At that time, Prabhupada mentioned that Narsim Bhagavan appeared in the pillar and he gave darshan, direct darshan to Prahlad Maharaj. Said, don't worry, I'm here. Tell I'm here. And that time, Prahlad Maharaj could see Shakshat, like Narsingadev there. He said, yes, my father, I see, my Lord is here in the pillar. So many people challenge how can a Lord come in a stone? Because generally we worship deities. So they say, oh, you are worshipping stone. How can the Lord be in the stone? But actually Krishna can appear anywhere and everywhere. So Parikshit, Prahlad Maharaj said, yes, my father, my dear father, I see that my Lord is there. So then he said, if your Lord is there, let him come and protect you. So see, both the things are there. One is that Krishna present there, and second thing is for protection. He challenged, can Krishna protect his devotees? Can Krishna protect his devotees while he's I'm going to first destroy this pillar, then I'm going to kill you. So he challenged. So very first time he hit the pillar with his fist. What happened? Suddenly this Lord Nrsimhadev appeared and he proved that Krishna can appear from anywhere, and also he protected Prahlad Maharaj by killing Hiranyakashipu. So here they are further Srila Prabhupada mentioned that he's mentioned here is a protector of righteous. Paritranaya sadhuna. Anybody, what is righteousness means? Here Prabhupada again in the next line is, what is righteousness means? Means anybody who surrender to Lord. Anyone who is a surrendered soul unto the Supreme is righteous. Like Vibhishana. Vibhishana, when he was in Lanka, and Ravana threw him out because he was giving a very good suggestion to Ravana that please, if you want your protection, please return Mother Sita to Lord Ram. But Ravana did not take care, and then he just threw Vibhishan out. So Vibhishan came out from Lanka and directly came to Lord Ram. And as soon as he saw Lord Ram, he offered Dandvat Pranam, and then he said, my Lord Ram, I'm yours. Then Lord Ram gave him a benediction. He gave him that you are going to be the king of Lanka now. So as soon as Vibhishan surrendered to Lord Ram, Lord Ram gave him full protection. Not even full protection, he gave him the kingdom of Lanka. He said Ravana is only for a few more days, he will go. You are the king of Lanka now, right? So the point is that here, as soon as someone surrender to the Lord and say that I'm yours, Krishna will take care of that person. Sharanagat Vatsal. There's a term that we use for Krishna, that he is Sharanagat Vatsal. Means anyone who come in the shelter of Krishna, Krishna will protect that person forever. That person will not be destroyed any point of time. So anyone who is surrendered is soul to Supreme is righteous. And he is specifically protected by Lord in all circumstances. So this is assurance Srila Prabhupada is giving. If we are fully surrendered to Krishna, we are protected. We are protected. We don't need to worry about our protection. Because if we are surrendered to Krishna, but main point is that we should be surrendered to Krishna. Sarv dharmana partajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Krishna is saying mam ekam. Just me. Don't take shelter of 401k plan, insurance plan, or some other thing. We think that, okay, these things will protect me, or this police will protect me, this country will protect me, or my house will protect me, or my husband will protect me, my wife will protect me, my son will protect me. No. Nobody will protect. Only Krishna will protect. Only Krishna. Mam ekam. Krishna says, Mam ekam. Only me, no one else. Kisi me. Don't go to anywhere else. Just come to me only. And then I'll take care of you. That's a guarantee Krishna is giving. So here Srila Prabhupada is basically giving assurance again. He is specifically protected by the Lord in all circumstances. So what about people who are unrighteous, who are not surrendered to Krishna? Are they basically stranded? Then nobody's protected. No, how they are getting protected. So here Shilva said, don't worry, the Lord is indirect protector of unrighteous also. But they don't know. They don't know that Krishna is protecting them. They don't know. Like if you see Bali Maharaj pastime, when in Bali Maharaj pastime, Bali Maharaj actually told to Vaman Dev that for devatas, for demigod, you are protecting from front. Yeah, like it looks like in the world, it looks like in the world that Krishna is always protecting demigods. Like generally we say like ete chams kala pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridanti Yugi Yugi. This statement, this Paribhasha Sutra of Srimad Bhagavatam says Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridanti Yugi Yugi. Krishna comes millennium after millennium to kill the Ari, the enemy of Indra. So generally we see that Krishna comes and protect demigods and kills demons. General concept is that we see that this thing. So does that mean that Krishna is Krishna is killing these demons because Krishna is envious of demons? No, that question is basically answered by Shukdev Goswami in 7th canto, 1st chapter, very beautifully. So here it says Krishna is the indirect protector of unrighteous also. Means for the demons, for the miscreants, Krishna rectifies them by destroying their sin through his material energy. See, when Krishna comes and kills demons, he destroys all their sins because Krishna is personally killing them. And also, he's rectifying them through the potency of Maya. So nobody is actually unprotected. Everybody is under the protection of the Lord. Somebody in the direct protection, like devotees who are surrendered to Krishna, they are under the spiritual energy or the internal potency of the Lord. People who are not surrendered, or the living entity who are not surrendered to Krishna, they are under the protection of external potency of the Lord. Nobody is out of control of Lord. Krishna is the supreme controller. Krishna controls everything. So the Lord is mentioned herein as one who is dressed in 10 directions. This is another feature of Krishna. I know. We see there are 10 directions: north, south, east, west. Then we have northeast, southeast, southwest, and then northwest. And then up and down. There are 10 directions. Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is everywhere, on all directions. This means dressed with garment on 10 sides, up and down. If you see in Srimad Bhagavatam 2nd canto, in the 1st chapter, there's a description of Virat Purusha. Shukdev Goswami described that. In that, he says that this Virat Purusha, he actually have a blanket or a covering of 10 directions. 10 directions. So, 10 directions means Krishna is have everywhere. There is no direction where Krishna is not there. He is present everywhere and can appear and disappear at his own will from everywhere and anywhere. So here, Srila Prabhupada says, can appear. It's not forced to appear. See, this is another difference. Should appear or can appear. Here, Krishna can appear because Krishna comes by his own sweet will. Nobody can force Krishna to come or disappear. Krishna, when he wants to come, he will come. When he wants to go, he wants to go. Nobody can force him. We can only beg and we can only ask for protection from Krishna, but Krishna comes on his own. So he can appear and disappear at his will from everywhere and anywhere. So Srila Prabhupada gives this example that in the morning, sun rises from the eastern horizon. In the evening, sun sets in the western horizon, right? So in the morning, sun comes on his own. We cannot say, oh, sun has to come at this time or that time. He's going to come his own way, right? And he's going to go his own way. Nobody can change the direction of the sun. Up till now, there's nobody who would have done that, right? So the point is that is because the analogy is given like that. So similarly, Krishna appears at his own will and Krishna disappears at his own will. So is disappears because in this verse, Parikshit Maharaj, while Parikshit was watching that Krishna, he is diffusing the radiation of Brahmastra and suddenly disappears after diffusing. So his disappearance from the sight of child Parikshit does not mean that he appeared on the spot from any other place. Very important point here is that, so we think that sometimes, oh, Krishna came from Vaikuntha, or Krishna came from Golok Vrindavan, Krishna came from this side, that side. No. Here Prabhupada says that Krishna's appearance, disappearance is that Krishna present everywhere, all pervasive. Krishna is all pervasive. So he appeared on the spot. From any, it's not that he's coming from there, but it shows, like in Leela, we see that Krishna is coming on the Garuda. Like say we see when Gajendra was offering prayers, like in the 8th canto, we see like when Gajendra was offering prayer, so Gajendra saw like that Krishna is coming on Garuda very fast. And then when Lord Vishnu came near Gajendra, he offered like a lotus flower. So at that time we say like actually Lord came from Vaikuntha. That's Lord Hari, like coming from Vaikuntha. But here that is basically Leela, that Krishna is showing that he's coming there, but Krishna is present everywhere. Here he says that his disappearance from the sight of child Parikshit does not mean that he appeared on the spot from any other place. He was present there, and even after his disappearance he was there, although invisible to the eyes of child. We cannot see. See, it is a fault of our eyes, we cannot see. When Arjuna want to see the universal form, Arjuna says, Krishna, I want, please show me your universal form. Krishna says that you cannot see like this with your naked eyes. You have to give it divine eyes. So Krishna gave Arjuna a special vision through which actually Arjuna could see. Right? So here Prabhupada says that Krishna is with us right now, with all of us. Krishna is there. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that I'm in the heart of all living entity. I'm sitting in the heart of all living entity. So Krishna is with us, Krishna is everywhere, but we cannot see. That is fault on our side, not on the side of Krishna. So he is invisible to the eyes of the child, but he is present there. So now here Prabhupada explained that how is that? This material covering of effulgent firmament is also something like a womb of the mother nature. Our eyes are covered by material nature. This Maya which covering our eyes, we cannot see. So Prabhupada gives example in Srimad Bhagavatam that sun is there and we can see sun like with our eyes. But when sometime cloud come in between, then cloud covers our eyes, not the sun. Cloud is like a Maya. Cloud is like a Maya which covers. Cloud is very near to the earth's surface. Cloud is not very high in the sky. Cloud is very near to the earth's surface, which covers a certain portion of the earth, and we cannot see sun because cloud is covering that particular area of the earth. But sun is shining very, very far in the sky. Right? So Krishna is there, but we cannot see because of this covering of Maya. That's what Prabhupada said, that this effulgent firmament is also something like womb of the mother nature, and we are all put into the womb by the Lord. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that I put all this living entity into the womb of the mother nature. He is the father of all living entity. Krishna is the father of all living entity. So he is present everywhere, even in the material womb of Mother Durga. Krishna is there inside in the material world also, but we cannot see it. We cannot see it. And those who are deserving can see the Lord. So this word deserving, that's what like Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur says that people who want to see the Lord, they say, can you show me the Lord? But Prabhupada says that, first you become qualified. First you become qualified, then you can see the Lord, right? So we want to see the Lord when we are unqualified. But one good point is that even we are unqualified, Krishna is so merciful that he appears in front of us. How? In the form of deity. See, even though like we are unqualified, our vision is contaminated, our heart is contaminated, we are covered by Maya. But still in that, Krishna is also appearing in the form of Archa Vigraha so that we can see Krishna. Right? So Krishna is appearing in the form of Archa Vigraha to the living entity who actually can only see material forms. So with that vision, we can actually see Archa Vigraha, which is none other than Krishna only. So, but that's what Prabhupada says, that those who are deserving can see the Lord. Like that's why he says, Premanya Churta Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadev Hardeshu Vilokayanti Yamasham Sundaram Achinta Guna Surupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. What is the qualification? Premanjan Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. That's what Prabhupada says, like this Shri Brahma Samhita, like Lord Brahma says, whose heart is clean. Premanjan. Like if you have like love of Godhead in the Anjan, which is basically like, the kajal or whatever we say, like put it in our eyes. So that if we put like the love of Godhead, through that, Lord is appeared in the heart of the pure devotees. So we can see the Lord. We can see the Lord. Point is that we can see through the pure devotees. They see the Lord all the time. Prabhupada always have darshan of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada, when he was coming to United States, like while on the board, on the ship, he was basically like constantly in meditation of Krishna. Like he could see the Krishna everywhere, and wherever he's traveled, he was taking Krishna, because Krishna was appeared in his heart, and he's always there with Krishna. Wherever Prabhupada was going, Vrindavan was there. He's always in the Vrindavan consciousness. So that's the point is there. Like Srila says, like people who are, Lord is present everywhere. Only thing is that we just need to be qualified to see the Lord. We need to have that vision. And the best thing is that to experience the Lord, even though we cannot personally see from our eyes, but actually we can experience the Lord through the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When we chant Hare Krishna Mantra, all of us, I'm sure all of us, you might have some time experience, not all that. If you have experienced all the time, that wonderful, when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we actually experience the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Each and every word, every syllable, there is experience of Krishna, because Krishna presently present in the holy name. Abhinatva Nam Namino. Rupa Goswami says that Abhinatva Nam Namino, because Krishna and Krishna's names are not different. So Krishna has appeared in the form of holy name in this age of Kali Yuga, and we can experience Krishna. We can see Krishna in the form of holy name. So with that said, I'll stop here and see like if anyone have any comments, questions, or any realization they want to share us. I forgot to mention today is Ekadashi, very, very auspicious day, and it's Chaturmas also going on. So is Ekadashi on the month of Shravan, a very, very important day for like celebrating or increasing our bhakti. Madhav Tithi Bhakti Janni. Bhakti Thakur says that Madhav Tithi Bhakti Janni. This is very, very a very wonderful day for us to basically increase our bhakti. So any questions, comments, or realization?
If anybody has questions, you can just unmute yourself and go ahead. I think today we just heard about his omnipotence and his, when I was teaching Madhava class, I would tell, he's in everything and he's also in nothing, so, and there's nothing else beyond those two, between everything and nothing. And that's how pervasive he is. And we just need to meditate on that fact.
Yes, Mataji.
Also today, Jhulan Yatra starts. So today through Thursday, there will be Jhulan. If you are able to go, it will be very nice, between 6:30 and 7. Again, since not a lot of people make it on weekdays, it doesn't last very long. So if you really do want to swing Krishna and Radha on that swing, please try to be there between 6:30 and 7.
I think it's going to be after 7, because
after 7, so after Aarti, but it's nice to be there for Aarti also.
Yes.
And also it doesn't last very long, if only 5-6 people are there. So try to be there by 6:30 so that by 7 it can be, you can be first in line.
Yes, Mother. Thank you very much. All right, so thank you all for joining. So we can end this, Mother.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinde ki Shri
Hare
Prabhupada
Krishna.
ki
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jai Krishna.